Why do Call of Duty players seem to catch amnesia every year? Every time a new COD game is announced, the community gets excited. They go crazy, and I'm not separating myself from this group. I'm one of them. They start putting out leaks, information, teasers. We drink the Kool-Aid, we bite the bait, we fall for it. Everybody's hyped. You can't wait on the release. The game drops. Within 2 months, everybody realized the game is dog shit. You were tricked. You were swindled. You were bamboozled. And then you talk shit about the game for 10 months. You try to enjoy it. No. Rather, you talk shit about the game for 8 months. You install, you uninstall. You know what I'm saying? The game keeps making changes, claiming, and people claim that it made it better, so you reinstall, and then you realize, no, it's still dog shit, you uninstall. You know, you go through that whole cycle. That whole 8 months of trying to play the game, but you can't because the game is trash. And then they announce a new card, and it starts all over again. You get all excited. You get hyped. You put all your hope in them, all your trust, all your faith. You be like, yes, this time they're going to get it right. And then they drop the thing, and it's the same shit all over again. We have been going through this for as far back as I can remember. At least for the last 4 cards, probably 5 or 6, maybe more. When are we going to break the cycle? Will we ever break the cycle? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think I'm making the right, smart decision when I say I think MW3 is going to be good, because it's going to be Modern Warfare 2 minus all of the shit that made it bad, right? It makes sense on paper that it's going to be a good game. But I would have to have amnesia to forget about the fact that every year they find new ways to clip players' nuts. They find new shit to break in the game that wasn't broken. They call themselves fixing it, making it better. They just make it worse. If they can't hold you back in this area, they'll hold you back in that area. I've learned to realize the trend out here with Call of Duty developers and what's going on, and the trend is that they want to hold back players that are good and try to pump up and push and promote bad players so that everybody can be on an even Steven playing field, right? But it's like every year we forget this shit. We forget about all of the times they did us wrong in the past, you know? We like the woman that's getting abused, you know, taking a 5-finger knuckle sandwich to the face and then forgetting the next day that he beat you up and you fall for it when he says, oh, babe, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it again. And then tomorrow we get punched in the eye again. But we just put makeup on it, a pair of shades, keep on rocking, huh? There's nothing else to play at the end of the day, so I understand when the Call of Duty community falls for the shit, because hell, I fall for it, because we need the game to be good, because there's nothing else to play. You know? So of course we're going to have faith. Of course if somebody says, oh man, they bringing back Dead Silence, they bringing back Red Dots, of course we're going to get excited, because we have amnesia. It's like we forget that there's more to a card game being good than having Dead Silence and Red Dots on the minimap. You know? Like, how could we forget about the demon lurking in the background, looming overhead, waiting to destroy your fun? Have you forgotten? Well, if you have, I'm here to remind you, because I have it. And it's a sad thing to say, because there's so much hype about Modern Warfare 3 going on right now. So many people, you know, feeling positive about the game. Even myself. You know, and at the end of the day, the base, you know, the game itself, I do think it's going to be a good game. You know, as far as COD is concerned, it's going to look good. It's going to sound good. You know, we're going to have everything we need in the game, like a working mini-map, quiet feet, AKA a ninja perk. You know, we're going to have reload cancel, slide cancel for the movement guys. You know, everything that we need is going to be there. And unfortunately, the algorithm is going to be there too. Yes, yes. How could you forget? Can't nobody have fun in Call of Duty no more. It's like having fun in COD is illegal now. Because in order to have fun in COD, you got to be able to find a good lobby. And with the current matchmaking, match rigging algorithm that we have in Call of Duty, it doesn't matter how good the game is made. You are not going to be able to enjoy the shit if you can't find a good lobby. Every year people forget. The beta drops, they play it. You ask them about, hey man, how's the beta? Whoo, it's sweaty. Oh my God. Hey bro, how's the beta? Did you have a plans to play it? Oh my God, it's a sweat pit out there. The sweat in Call of Duty, because of the algorithm, makes it to where anybody who is a decent player cannot enjoy themselves. Because now you're in the lobby full of MLG, CDL superstars, and you're just a decent player. So you go from being top dog in a public match to bottom dog in a ranked match disguised as a pub. You follow me? I mean, I've only been complaining about this shit for 4 years. I held back for a while and rode the hype train, you know what I'm saying, just to entertain both sides of the coin, because there's good and there's bad with every card. And unfortunately, the worst thing to ever hit Call of Duty is the algorithm. Skill-based matchmaking, engagement, optimized matchmaking, or whatever you're going to call it, is going to ruin the fun in Modern Warfare 3. It ruined it in Modern Warfare 2019. It ruined it in Modern Warfare 2. It ruined it in Black Ops Cold War. And it ruined it in Vanguard, did it not? Some people can last through the algorithm longer than others. You know, some people didn't make it past the first month or two when the game first dropped. Some people were a little tougher. Maybe they were a little better player. They were able to, you know, stand on top of their foes for a little longer. But at the end of the day, the algorithm, doesn't matter how good you are, it's going to always find a whole lobby full of people better. Because at the end of the day, at the top of the food chain, it sits all the cheaters. So even if you're the best legit player in the world, you're going to end up in the lobby full of all the Cronus, aimbot, wall hack nerds that's online, because that's how the algorithm works. The better you do, the harder your competition gets, until you're playing like dog shit. And that's the problem with the game. You know? Call of Duty should be a certain skill set that you learn and develop. It's not hard to get on, you know. Before the algorithm, it wasn't hard to get on Call of Duty and learn how to play the game good enough to do well. You know, well enough to win a game, drop some streaks, have fun. You know, it wasn't that hard. But nowadays, it's damn right impossible to consistently do good in the game, because the algorithm doesn't want you doing good consistently, because they consider that to be something that's bad for the game. They think that if you do too good too often, you're gonna get bored of the game and get off. So they make sure to manufacture losses for you if you get to doing too good. And they got all kind of ways of doing it. They like to match me up against snipers. I call it sniper-based matchmaking. Oh, he's a decent AR player? Put him up against all the guard snipers. Put him up against the corner campers. You know, they call it skill-based matchmaking, but it's not that. It's not that. The algorithm don't really be building matches based on equal skill. Bro, the algorithm be building the most unpleasurable lobbies full of the most undesirable players for me that I have ever seen. 2 or 3 quick scopers. A knifing guy. Some bitch laying on his pussy in the corner with a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? The marksman rifle guy. ADSing at the back of the map, you know. Head glitching a fucking, whatever. Whole lobby full of undesirables. That's what happens, man. Or they'll hold you back by putting you in games purposely that are halfway over. You know, drop you in the game, some guy got a VTOL jet in the air already with 15 kills. Or they'll put you in the lobby with, you know, you got a 197 millisecond ping because you've been doing too good. while the guy who has been doing hella bad has a 19-second ping. All of this shit is done on purpose. It is so artificial that it's not fun. It's a goddamn carnival game. The shit's artificial, it's not organic. Punish the good players, protect the bad players, and the whole time doing it with a secret hand. That is the biggest problem with Call of Duty. The algorithm has forced many COD players into early retirement. Even though they wanted to keep playing the game and enjoying it, they couldn't. That's why when you look out on the streaming scene, hardly nobody's playing Call of Duty multiplayer because it's unfucking playable. Nobody wants to play a game and get destroyed regularly because the algorithm decided that it was time for you to lose. But, so, you know, take the shit with a grain of salt, you know what I'm saying, if you're excited. You know, you might not really be able to enjoy yourself out there. I'm just keeping it 100, man, and you know this shit is true. We just choose to fucking forget every year, huh? But I understand. We need the game to be good. But holla at your boy in the comment section, man. How the fuck you feel about it? It's the Murder Show, baby. Fuck with me. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to pimp slap the piss out the like button for your boy. Leave me a comment. And be sure to hit that motherfucking subscribe button and don't miss none of this Call of Duty real shit. It's the Murder Show. Fuck with me.